Hi guys, this is Parth and welcome back to Farzalogy, and I'm here with another new tutorial. And in this tutorial I will show you how to edit an outdoor portrait and make your photos more colorful, more gorgeous. So let's get started. I had a photo shoot few days ago and it was almost in the golden hour, and I love golden hour photos. So I already posted those edited pictures on my social media. If you want, I can give you the link in the description. And then I thought I should make a tutorial of this. So let's get started. So this is the picture I'm gonna edit today. You can see. Okay, let's. It is a raw file, so it will come with camera raw, or if you want, you can open it on Lightroom. Okay, let's jump into the Photoshop. And look at this, it's now in camera raw. Okay, let's start with the basic. Let's press Q to see the before and after. Okay, and I want to add some contrast here, around 10, 7, 8, whatever. And then I want to bring up the highlights a little bit, so here I'm going with minus 80, around 80, minus 80. And for shadows, let's bump up the shadows a little bit, so here plus 18 for shadows. I also want to increase the whites here, so I am going with around 30, and for black I'm going with minus 11. That's perfect. Now I'm going to add a little bit texture here, around 7 or 8. That's perfect. Let's play with the dehaze. Okay, this is too much, so I'm going with around 28. And for the vibrance here, I'm going with around 25 or 26. That's fine. Okay, that's good. And now coming to the curves, and I am going with the typical S curve here. Okay, not too much with the curves. That's perfect. Now coming to the details, and I have to increase the color noise reduction to around 50-60, around 60. I think that's good. Okay, now coming to the color mixer and coming to the hue. Okay, here I want to give around 25 for reds. Okay, minus 13 for orange. Look at the senses. Here I am going with minus 60 for yellows. Okay, that's good. Now for green I'm going with plus 33. Okay, it looks now more colorful. Come into the saturation, but look at this oranges, it's too much I think, so I have to decrease it a little bit. So here I'm going with minus 16, and same with the yellow, minus 41 for yellow. I want to decrease the green also, so here I'm going with minus 53 for green. Same with the aqua, and also for the blues and purple also. And minus 5 for magenta. That's fine. Now coming to the luminance option, and I want to increase the orange, luminance of orange. That means I want to increase the brightness of orange a little bit. And for the yellow also plus 13 around, and green I think around 20 will look good. For aqua I think around 10 is looking fine, and around 25 for blues. That's done for the color mixer. Now coming to the color grading option. Okay, select here shadows and come into this option like this, and for hue I'm giving little bluish color 2 to 1 and saturation around 11, bending 100 and balance around 20. Okay, now coming to the highlights option and add a little bit yellowish color 57 for hue and here 24 for saturation. Okay, it's done. Color grading is done. Now coming to optics and just enable the remove chromatic aberration option. Okay, ignore the geometry and come to the effects, just add a little vignette effect -11. I think this is fine. Now the last option, camera raw, and here give -2 for red primary in case of hue, and for green just +4 for hue, and blue -12 for hue. That's done. So, but now look at the picture. Not that good. The subject is dark, so we need to brighten up the subject. I'm happy with the background, but I'm not happy with the subject. And here, in the latest version of Camera Raw or in Lightroom, they have this option. Go to this option and you will find select subject option. Not only select subject, you will find also select sky option. You can also select the background. Okay, so select the select subject option and it will automatically select your subject. That's really great, and it's a very handy option in Camera Raw and Lightroom. And if you want to select the background, just click on this 3 dot and here you will find an invert mask option. That's very easy. That's done. Okay, now I have to increase the exposure here. Okay, so I'm going with around 0.25. That's fine. Let's increase the white little bit, around 2-3%, and decrease the black -3. Still, it's not that bright, right? But if I increase the exposure more, look at this area. They are overexposed right now. Okay, so what should I do? I have to select the face. For this, just create another mask here. Create new mask and select brush here. And just paint over your face. That's good. And maybe here also. And now just increase the exposure. I think now look at this. Look at the difference right now. Look at this. Okay, let's see the before and after. Look at this. This was the before and this is after. It's a very powerful and handy tool in Camera Raw. Okay, I think this is done. I think I'm happy with the result here right now. Background looks fine to me and the subject is looking bright enough. Okay, that's done. Now select the open option. Okay, now it is on Photoshop. Oops. Okay, let's zoom in. Now I want to retest it. It's pretty simple. Create a new layer and select spot healing brush first and just fix those area like this. It's very simple. This is very simple. I think I'm happy with it, but I want to soften the skin and I am a lazy portrait photographer, so I will use the action. Okay, so go to the action panel and okay, you can find this action on on my previous video. Okay, I will give you the link in the description. You will find the action file on that video, and it's totally free, so just download it and use it. Okay, this is a very handy action if you are a lazy portrait photographer like me. So okay, I want to merge these two layers. So select this two layer and press Ctrl or Command and E option. E, not option actually. Okay, so just select the action and play. Let's zoom in a little bit and see. I think 17 is too much. What do you think? 12 is looking good. I am happy with 12. So press OK. Oops. Now, what do you think? 4.5. 2.6 is too much. 4.9 or 5. I think 5 is looking good. 5 is looking good, right? So press OK. And now take a soft brush, foreground color white, and paint over the skin. Okay, take your time and paint. Okay, I think it's done. Look at this. This was the before and this is after. It looks really good and it's pretty quick, right? So this is like lifesaver for a lazy photographer. I think it is done. Okay, now what should I do? Okay, I want to add little bit sharpness just on the eyelids, eyebrows and eyelids. Okay, eyes. So for this I want to add another layer. I want to apply sharpness through the high pass layer, so I need another layer. For this press shift option command or shift okay, I forgot. Shift plus control plus Alt plus E in the Windows and shift command option E in the Mac. That's good. Go to the filter option other and select high pass here. Okay, this is too much. I think around 1.8. Okay, we can reduce it through the opacity option, and here I am going with overlay, and I want to create another curves layer. So here I want to add another S curve, the typical S curve for contrast look. That's good. Okay, I have to put this two layer into a group. So select this two layer and press Command and Z or Control and Z, and this is the group. Now press and hold Option or Alt key and click on the mask. It will create an invert mask. Now just paint on the eye with a white soft brush, and look at this. Look at this, it will add sharpness to the eye. This was the before and this is after. Isn't it great? And it makes a huge difference in a close portrait, believe me. So I think the retouching part is almost done. Okay, if you want little shine to her face, because I want create another curves, and applying jaws and burn, but not a typical way. Create a curves like this. Just press Command and I to fill the mask with black color. Zoom in, zoom out. Select a white soft brush. Let's paint like this. If you think this is too much, just decrease the opacity and take your time. Paint like this. Take your time and make it perfect. It's good. Now look at this. This is the before and this is after. It gives you the shiny look on the face, the doll's effect. I think this is done. Oops. Okay, so here it is. The overall editing is done, but I want the golden hour effect. I want sun rays coming through this area. So here it is. Just bring this to on your picture. It's too big. Press Ctrl and T, resize it and select flip horizontal, so you will get the angle. That's perfect. Now make it bigger and position it like okay. Change the blending mode to screen to hide the dark area. It's pretty simple and I almost use it everywhere, so you know it. Maybe. Okay, I think this position is looking fine to me. What do you think? So I'm going with this, but look at this area. It's not looking good. So create a mask. Press B to select the brush, white soft brush, and select foreground color black. Oops. Bring back the opacity to 100%. Just paint on the edges like this. If you want, you can remove the effect from the face also, but I want to decrease the opacity here 50% around and just make like this. Okay, if you want, you can bring back the effect also by paint with a white brush. It's very simple. You know the mask rule, right? Like this. So I think it is done. I think it's done. Look at this. This was the before, just after applying the camera and basic adjustment, and this is after effect. If you want, you can add a vibrance layer and increase the vibrance little bit here, but I think I should apply the saturation on this layer. So select this layer and press Command and U to bring up the hue and saturation layer adjustment, and just look at this. You can sense the color, you can control the color. It is very easy. I want to increase the saturation a little bit, so +7. I think this is good. So now look at this. It's done. So the editing is done. So that's it. I hope you love this tutorial. If you did, hit the like button, leave your comments, and don't forget to subscribe.